that I don't want to remember it when I have to close my eyes tonight, all right? So let's just get straight into it. Okay, so my grandpa's birthday was on April 3rd, and my mom decided to do a little fiesta for him. And so on the day of, his children went that live in Mexico, and the fiesta was outside. You know the fiesta's outside, but people are coming in and out of the house to use the restroom, to get something from the kitchen, things like that. Well, let's just say something happened during his party. So my cousin's wife and his little girl needed to use the restroom, so they start to head over there, but they noticed that the door of the restroom was closed. I'm just going to name my cousin's wife Bianca. I don't know, that name just popped in my head. Bianca just pushes the door. My grandpa has a door that you just push and you will know if someone's in there because it won't budge. It's not those ones that you have like a knob to it. No, it's ones that you push in. Well, when she pushes in that door, she sees an older lady in front of the toilet. She sees this lady fixing her green pants, like pants de vestir, like dressy pants. The older lady was just fixing her pants and her shirt. She looks up to Bianca, and Bianca just tells her, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." She immediately closes the door, and that's it. She describes this lady to be an older, shorter lady with glasses and a ponytail, a low ponytail. She had a like transparent shirt. That transparent shirt had like white flowers. So white flower, black sheer transparent shirt. And she had these dark green pants, dressy pants. And with her hair tied and her glasses. So Bianca immediately closes the door, and she was just in shock. She was embarrassed. She was like, oh my god. But then she started to realize that lady looked awfully way too familiar. She was like, who is that lady? And immediately it gets in her mind that that lady was my grandpa's late wife, the one that just passed away. And she was freaking out. She was like, okay, maybe I am just going crazy. But like they were waiting outside for a while, and no one was coming outside. Like no one was getting out. Like the lady wasn't coming outside. So she was like, oh my god, like if I open that door and there's no one, then I saw the late wife. So she builds up the courage and she opens the door, and there was no one in the restroom. No one. And also, I do want to make it very clear that Bianca opened the door, saw the lady, said, oh my god, I am so sorry, closes the door, and stands there in the hallway in front of the door to to wait for the restroom. And she waited and waited, and no one came out. But when she opened the door, that's when she was like, nope, I 100% saw that lady. I think the creepiest part for me is that she appeared to someone on my grandpa's birthday in his house. That's the creepiest part. And you know what? I don't want to throw some shade, but I'm throwing some shade. She was always in the restroom. That lady was always in the restroom. That's all I'm gonna say. So it makes it doesn't blow my mind that she appeared in the restroom, because that lady was always in the restroom. And you guys, I shouldn't crack jokes, pero for me to cope with what's going on, I think I have to, porque luego I'm gonna go crazy. That's what's gonna happen. And my cousin, the one that takes care of my grandpa, he had a dream about the lady a couple days before my grandpa's birthday. Now I don't know if it was a coincidence or a warning, but he just remembers dreaming about her and saying that it was such a vivid dream, that the dream was super vivid, but he just can't for the life of him remember what it was about. All he knows, it felt real. But you guys, that was not the only thing that happened. After my grandpa's birthday, weird things started to happen. And guess in where? In my grandpa's restroom. This happened a couple days ago. My grandpa has a dog in his patio, and he has to have the door closed, because if he doesn't, the dog is just gonna run out. Honestly, I don't know what happened, but the dog got loose, so my cousin had to bring the dog back to the backyard. And the backyard door is right next to the restroom door. So you can hear what is going on in the restroom from the backyard door, okay? My cousin was putting the dog back outside. He heard as if a bucket was thrown against the wall. He ran He ran out from the area. He went to the living room and he was shook. He was scared. He was like, what the hell was that? Because it sounded like I just explained it to you. It sounded like a bucket was thrown against the wall. They were scared, so they waited a little while to go check. And when they checked, there was nothing thrown. There was no bucket. There was nothing. But the only weird thing is that the water, the hot water was on. I don't know, call me crazy, but that's paranormal. And I think it's the doing of the lady. It's just a weird coincidence. It's a coincidence that, you know, she was seen in the restroom on my grandpa's birthday, and all of a sudden things are going on in my grandpa's bathroom. That's weird. But my cousin's wife Bea says that she has been hearing things during the day when she is visiting my grandfather in the restroom. She doesn't go check because she's like, I ain't crazy. Bea says that she's in the living room sitting with my grandpa, and she is hearing things in the restroom, loud things in the restroom. And she looks over to my grandpa to see if he notices, is hearing what she's hearing. And nothing's fazing my grandpa. And honestly, I am so thankful that he's not hearing anything, or he's not, you know, he's experiencing things. I don't want him to see anything. I don't want him to hear anything, because I don't want him to be scared, because that is terrifying. Like, what the hell is that? No thank you. So I'm honestly very thankful that he is not experiencing the paranormal stuff. Okay, but since I feel like that story time was a little bit short, I mean, it was juicy as hell. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna read you guys one subscriber's scary story. I am excited, you guys. Once you guys sent me them, like, I felt special. I felt like, first of all, thank you. I just want to say thank you to even like take time out of your guys' day to write me your guys' stories. You guys don't even know how much it means to me. So thank you so much to the people that have sent me the stories. Okay, so this person wanted to stay anonymous. It says, hi Daisy, just wanted to start off by saying I love your videos. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you guys are enjoying them. Thank you. Besos. This is my paranormal story from when I visited Mexico a few years ago. This happened on a Friday night. My cousin and I were out late one night, hanging out with her group of friends, and we got to her house around 1 a.m. My cousin's house is a 2-floor home. On the bottom floor is the living room, kitchen, and 1 bedroom, my aunt's and uncle's room. On the top floor is my cousin's room and 2 other rooms where her sisters, my other cousin, slept. Anyways, we were upstairs. I was in the restroom washing my face, and my cousin was in her room. As I'm washing my face, I hear a TV turn on full blast. It was obnoxiously loud, and I remember thinking, geez, this is going to wake up everyone in this house. So I finished washing my face and got to my cousin's room. TV is still on, and when I enter, she has this scared look on her face and says, come with me to go downstairs. We need to turn off the TV. It was the TV from the living room downstairs. I could tell she also had no idea who or what turned the TV on. I immediately got scared, and I didn't want to go at first, but was too scared to stay in the room alone. So we hang on to each other. I'm a chicken, so my eyes are closed the entire time, and we start to walk downstairs. Once we get to the living room, she turns on the light, and the TV remote was in the usual place. So she turns off the TV, goes to my aunt's room, and asks her if she knows who turned on the TV, and tells me she said no, that she didn't even hear the TV, and her bedroom is right next to the living room. So we were even more freaked out, go back upstairs, scared, and sleep. Well, the next day, my cousins informed me that she asked her sisters if they heard the TV last night, and they all said no. Yeah, girl, that is super creepy. Girl, boy. That is super creepy. Honestly, I'm with you. Closing my eyes, I wouldn't even go downstairs. I'm like, girl, see you later, bye. But yeah, honestly, Mexico, I'm telling you, Mexico has some Mexico is always full of surprises. Don't get me wrong, I love Mexico, but you always got to be on your toes because you just never know. Okay, you guys, you know what, let me do one more. I love this, let me do one more. But thank you so much, thank you so much. So this one, I don't know if they want me to say their name. I will feel bad if they don't want me to say their name. I feel bad. Should I don't know, I feel bad. All right, but how about next time tell me if you want to say your name, because I don't want to put your guys' name out there, you know. So this happened in 2018. So I don't know much about my house. I only know it was built in the early 1900s. So I was alone in my room one night trying to go to sleep. I felt a presence in my room that made me feel uneasy, but I knew nobody was there. And then suddenly a pillow is thrown at me and I turned around and panicked. And then I was hoping it was my sister, and I had hope that she just came in my room and I didn't see her, but nobody was there. I don't think this is a friendly ghost at all, because it's mostly me who encounters these things. Like, for example, I hear weird noises at night when nobody is up. Thank you for reading my story. You left me wanting more. I want to know all about it, so let me know if you want, if you can, if you want to share, because you definitely left me wanting more. Okay, but thank you so much for sharing. You know what, I'm gonna do another story time because y'all have me hooked. You guys, give me the salsa, give me the details. I love that. But thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so this is another story. Please, you know what, let me know if you guys want to say your names. I feel so bad not saying your names, but I'm gonna feel even worse if you guys didn't want me to say your names. So please let me know. Sorry, that's all my bad, but please. So here's a story to feature. I used to live in a one-bedroom apartment with my siblings and mom. One night my brother and mom weren't home, and it was just my sister in the house. I'm sleeping with my sister, and in the middle of the night I feel like someone is staring at me, like really intense. I open my eyes and see a woman, like a black shadow, in front of my mirror. Ew. It was facing me, and it couldn't be my sister since she was sleeping beside me. That shadow didn't even have a reflection. Ugh, girl. Ugh. I stared at this thing for 2 minutes in fear and ran out of the room as fast as I could. My apartment has a really tiny hallway, and it has a perfect view of my mirror, meaning I can see it still there. I looked back and it was looking at itself, playing with its hair, and it quickly looks at me and gives me a hand gesture like, come here. Oh, hell no. I slowly walk to my room. As soon as I get in the covers, it literally grew up from the floor and was at the mirror again. This happened for a couple of nights until it went away. I still don't know what that was till this day. That is creepy. No. You know what? That reminds me of my cousin. My cousin, they used to live near a cemetery, and she had the exact same experience minus the interaction. She just saw like a little girl in front of the mirror combing her hair, I think, but this was so long ago. She told me the story, so I don't know if I'm saying it, like, I don't know if I'm making things up now, but that's what it reminded me of. That creeped me out. Holy good thing you sleep with your sister, because I could never sleep by myself with this. But again, girl, thank you so much. Besos, hugs. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. You guys don't even know. Like, thank you so much for sending me your guys' stories. It means a lot. Thank you. So that was it for today's video. Next week I am going to read my